Hey, this is Charlene Lincoln, licensed acupuncturist, and this is a video about fertility and using coffee enemas to increase your fertility. You might be thinking, what does a coffee enema have to do with increasing your chances of conceiving? Well, a very common fertility issue these days is called estrogen dominance. And if you've been struggling with fertility for some time, you've probably run across it, and it causes a lot of problems: PMS, low libido, breast tenderness, polycystic ovarian syndrome, infertility, depression, anxiety, and the list goes on and on. Now, what happens is progesterone and estrogen are a balancing act in the body. When one increases, it throws off the balance of the other, and if one decreases, it throws off the balance of the other one. You get the picture. So what happens is, in our environment, there are tons of chemicals. There's chemical pesticides, and there's plastic water bottles, and there's chemicals in the air, and there's chemicals in dry cleaning solvents, and there's chemicals in the household cleaners that we're having, and even things like drinking excess coffee, which is terrible for fertility. You've got to stop drinking coffee, can increase your estrogen levels. And eating non-organic foods, fruits and vegetables, they have pesticide residues. And so estrogens or xenoestrogens, which mimic estrogens in the body, build up in the system, and then you become estrogen dominant, and the progesterone sometimes becomes deficient. And then estrogen, it stores in the fat tissues of the body. So usually someone who has estrogen dominance will have some excess fat in the middle. Does that sound familiar? And that's why it's recommended that if you are trying to get pregnant, please lose that 5 to 10, 20, excess pounds that you have, because those are that's storing that excess estrogen that's throwing off your hormonal balance. So why would you do a coffee enema? What does that have to do with estrogen dominance? Well, one of the major organs that detoxifies estrogens out of the body is the liver, and the other is the large intestine. So a coffee enema, it opens up the bile ducts of the liver, and it helps excrete toxins out of the system. And I've actually been doing them because I feel like I've had some hormonal imbalances. You might have seen my other videos. I've been dealing with cystic acne for so long. I'm so blessed that I was able to get pregnant at 41 years old. I'm about to turn 44. I've been dealing with cystic acne for 20 years now. It's horrendous. But anyways, it's a clear indicator that something internally was wrong. It's just a huge red flag. And I started doing these coffee enemas, and I have to say, I've done colonics and I've done regular enemas, and I've always heard about coffee enemas, and I don't know, I had some roadblock or obstacle to do them, but I got so sick of the cystic acne, especially I just moved, closed my practice in the Bay Area, left my friends and family, moved to Southern California. It's been a huge transition, tons of stress, a little bit of depression going on with it, and I started doing these coffee enemas, and it's really helping. Actually, I've been doing some other things, and if you go to my blog at blissacupuncture.net, I will tell you about some of the other things I'm doing to detoxify my liver, but then doing the coffee enemas daily. And they're helping with my mood, they're helping with my acne, and the more I read and learn about estrogen dominance, they could help you get all that toxic excess estrogen that's stopping you from becoming a mommy, becoming a parent. It's a huge problem, but there's things that you can do to decrease these estrogens. So please like this video, subscribe to me, and then go over to my blog at blissacupuncture.net, and I'm going to tell you about some recommendations that I have. All right, I really, really, really want you to make your dreams come true. I was so blessed to have my daughter when I was 42 years old, And she's, you know, the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. And I couldn't imagine, you know, I wanted it, but I just couldn't imagine the joy. And it just makes me so motivated, you know, to give you as much help to do this. But you need to clean up your diet. And I'm going to give you some tips on that as well. But, you know, the liver and the large intestine, they're your best friends in fertility, and you need to treat them like that. And so follow me over there. Okay, thanks so much. Keep watching.